So welcome you all to the very first episode of Break the Bias. So as you all know, the month of March is dedicated to all the beautiful ladies out there. So as the Leo Club of Kandy, we have taken initiative to get together to recognize, appreciate, and show the strength of our own Leo ladies. So for this, we have decided to invite one of the very strong ladies in our district to join with us in order to share her journey, her experiences, and her thoughts. So speaking of her, she's a proud product of Museus College, and she has been a very talented and outgoing character ever since her childhood. And then she joined the Leo movement as a charter club president of one of the very known and recognized Leo clubs in the Leo multiple, which is the Leo Club of Kandy. So without taking further time, I would like to introduce to you our speaker for today, guest for today, none other than our very own district president, Leo Mandakini. So hi Aki, welcome you.
Hi.
All right. So to begin with, I'm very sure everyone is excited to know about you and what's your updates as of now. So Aki, what's currently, how's the things in your family, work, and Leo, how's everything going
on? So currently, we have already done more than half of the Leo stick year now. Now we are in the last bit of the year. Other than that, when it comes to my personal life, everything is going fine, and my work life, and I recently started off my master's, so doing that also parallelly with my district presidency. Sort of busy schedule, but going well. Everything is going well with my work life and personal life, studies, everything. Yeah.
So that's like really amazing. So many things happening and you're balancing everything like really well. So that's great. So just to speak about the project, we are conducting this project to show the world and whoever is viewing this, how strong women are. So in this case, to show how strong our Leo ladies are. So sometimes in society, ladies are like, they are underestimated just because of their gender. Sometimes they think you can't do something just because you're a girl. So we are here to prove that they're wrong. So to all the Leo ladies who are watching us now, I hope this becomes a motivation for you all to move forward and achieve any goal in life, in Leo, or anything that you are actually planning on. Okay, so to move on, Aki, now as I know, you are the charter club president of the Leo Club of Synergy, and me myself, as I have done a club presidency, I know how hard and all the stress, the workload that is. But I'm pretty sure for you to be like a charter president, that must have been like even more work, like more of a workload and all that. Because that's like that's the first thing you do, like in the chart. That's like where you build the base. So Aki, and like what we have mostly seen in most of the chapters, like mostly the charter president is a male character. But here it was you. So how was that experience?
So that experience was actually beautiful, and I never wanted to become a charter president. I just accidentally cracked a joke saying that I just want to be the club president. I didn't even, mean it. But somehow I think Shatika was the one who initiated took the initiative to open this club. So himself and Tuanaya, they had a discussion, and they have, agreed to make me the club president, and they informed me. I was sort of surprised that they have, taken it a bit serious and took a step ahead. So at first I was a bit afraid to take a leadership because I haven't done those stuff like a lot actively or It's not even inside the school. It's something out of the school, and a lot of people, and not from the same gender also, like girls and boys together. So, and I didn't have any idea about the Leo movement, and it's an international platform and a lot of people to engage with. And it's also soon after the schooling. But so the very first step, it was a sort of a challenging, but moving on step by step, going forward step by step, it became a bit more fun sort of a thing. And I started accepting things. I started accepting the challenges, and I started liking things, and I started being creative and being more passionate and encouraging myself. So it was a wonderful charter year, and then it's not only the charter year. So I was the club president, then the other year also. So it was like 2 consecutive years being the club president. So all these things, it was sort of very much surprising, because the things that I never expected to, come towards me, came towards me. So it was nice. It was nice, sort of nice charter year, nice initiative.
Okay, so which year was this when you started the club?
It was 2000. So we joined the Leo movement in the Leo year 14-15.
Okay, so from 2014-15 to now we have moved to 2021-2022, and that was the long journey from becoming the club president, and now you have become the DP. So that must have been a long Leo journey, and you must have had your ups and downs and all that. So how was that journey after moving from there to here?
That journey was also the same, because after my charter presidency, I was first invited to serve in the council as the club, as an activity director. So in that particular year also, I was a club president, and then I was being a club president, and after 1 year journey of the movement, I was invited to the council. So everything was sort of a nice and challenging. Then I became, after being the club president, usually it's the other way around. Sometimes it's usually other way around most of the times, because Leos, they be the club secretary, vice president, and then they become the club president. But for me, it's sort of, I was the club president for 2 years, then I became the club secretary in 17-18. But I think it's all thanks to the exposure that I got from being the club president, because being the club president, I never idle myself. I always went through all the reports, and I engaged making the reports also. So I knew inside and out of all the reports that went out from the club. And then I was invited to the multiple in the centennial year, and that year itself, I was invited to serve in the district executive committee as the district assistant treasurer. So then again, continuously, I was there in the council, and I served twice in the district executive committee as the assistant treasurer and the secretary. Also 3 times in the multiple council. And also sort of considerable amount of achievements as well, with a lot of challenges, ups and downs, with a balance of ups and downs, I would say. So that journey is actually amazing, because not all the Leos have a story to tell when they go out from the movement, or maybe they are currently serving, even though they are currently serving. But I believe that I have an interesting story during these 7 to 8 years to share. So this journey up to now has been a very wonderful journey. It's a wonderful roller coaster. So I would, I'm very much happy about how it started and how it's going on so far.
Right. Okay. So okay, now like your journey, you had all these, you had played a number of roles, and you had all your, you had faced different, work with different people, had all this stuff, and now like I'm pretty sure, because like when you started as a Leo and you moved forward, you must have had your little goals and targets in your head. Like even we, when we joined, we had this like, they're not very big things, but like small things that okay, I want to achieve this one day. This is what we are going to get. Like like little pretty cute things. Like that's how it goes, just to keep us motivated through the year. So okay, just like that, even you must have had your targets, goals, maybe long term, short term, and I can say like not all the time we get to achieve what we want. Like maybe like when I was doing my presidency, maybe I wanted to become one of the top 5 club presidents, but I was not able to get to that. So like you are not always able to get to that. So you also must have had your situations like that. So in that, like in cases like that, like how did you face those? How did you kind of, if you had your like breakdowns, how did you get up and come get back into the movement and work towards it? So how was that part, if you had anything like that?
If I take the succession period, most of the things that I received were things that I got unexpectedly. So I never wished to become the best new Leo in Sri Lanka. I never knew that there was an award like that. And then I was chosen to be the LOI in my district secretariat. And then selected me being the charter president, and a lot of things. So those are things that I achieved without, I never expected. But my only expectation was this thing came into my head when I was a club president for the second time. In the second year, I always wanted to become a district president in Singapore. I never aimed the multiple level. I just always, loved to be. I always loved to lead this district. Nevertheless, that doesn't mean that I didn't want to serve in the multiple, but I would always give my full support to the multiple. But my only dream till I become the district president in this movement was to become a district president. And all other achievements were they were like unexpected achievements, and so I was happy for those things. But for this one, I was even more delightful. I was so passionate about being a district president, and at a point, I had to step back, and I had to, I had a failure. So more than not receiving the other things, I wouldn't mind if I didn't receive those things, but this was a thing that I was actually had hopes since 2015. So that moment, I actually sort of down, sort of upset, but as the time passes, I accepted that not everything you wished for would come for you. But then again, I thought, after some time, why not give it another shot? Why not try? I mean, I was craving for it. I had that passion for it, and if I didn't reach for it, I will let myself and all the sacrifices, all the dedication, I will let all those down, which I had for for so long. So I was like, it's something worth to fight. It's worth to give it a shot. Sometimes what we wanted will never work out from the very first try, from the very first shot. But if you try it, you can always achieve that. You can always gain that. Then I was so happy that I never gave up on my dream, even though I had to step back and I had to uh, worry about it for a certain time of period. But even though I worried about it, I'm very happy about myself that at a certain point, I thought of not giving up on my dream or my passion. So even though it was challenging of being a girl, there's a lot of boys. I always encourage girls to come forward. Even though there's a lot of boys, I know it was so challenging because when I was moving on to those things, there were like very few girls around me, maybe like not even fistful of girls there. But there, all were boys, even to support me or to challenge me or to take me up there or put me down from there. So it was wonderful, and I'm so happy that I gave that chance to myself and to the passion that I had. So yeah, it's more of a delightful thing for me.
So that shows us like why we should never give up on our dream, and no matter how many times you fall, you have to always rise back on your feet and work towards it. So you are like a living example to all the ladies to show that you can achieve anything if you just have the wish for it. So Aki, thank you for sharing that experience with us. So let's just move on to the final question for the day. When I joined Leo as a charter member, you were one of the very first lady Leos that I saw, because you were in your district secretary period, and like we didn't meet many people, so you were like one of the very first people who we saw. And it was like really inspiring for me back then to see how you handle things. And it was, like you said, it was all male characters, everyone was there, and you were like, this strong person there. And it was very inspiring to all of us right from there. And like, we had this, oh, she's nice. So we can go become this one day. So that was like really nice when we joined back then. So Aki, just like that, I'm pretty sure you have something to say for all the Leos who are joining or who are like planning to join the movement, or who are currently in the movement. So what do you have? Like, what do you have to tell them? And do you, like, from your perspective, do you think like even the ladies have all the opportunities that is available to everyone else? And like, what is your advice for them to move forward in the movement and in life?
So actually, that's a very good question. So the gender doesn't matter whether you're a girl or a boy. The first thing you should understand is what you are capable of and what you are not, sort of capable of now. So if you identify that thing, you obviously will continue on the things that you are capable of. So when you identify the things that you are not capable of, you get a chance to, at least improve those things or work on those things for a certain extent. So for what I need to say is, whatever you do, first, you have to work on yourself, and you have to identify what you are and, where you want to be, and, when you want to be there. And also, whatever you do, this is, I say it every time, everywhere, whatever you do, give your fullest, and, make it more passionate, and do it with wholeheartedly, genuinely. Because if you are doing something for the sake of doing, you will not go there. You might end up doing it. You might accomplish the target. You will, hit the targets, but you will not go that one step ahead. Because if you want to brand yourself, if you want to make yourself worth, give yourself some worth, you need to go that extra mile, and you need to identify yourself first, and you need to give your fullest, and you need to take the ownership of things. Because you can't, if something assigned to you, you can't let everyone else poke into it and make it a fruit salad, because only you know what you can do. Sometimes you might need the opinions of other people. Even I seek opinion, but you have to make sure from whom you are seeking opinions to also, because sometimes the opinions that you are seeking to might take you towards the right or the wrong path. So we should be very open-minded as well, as Leos, as humans, as girls, boys, doesn't matter. We should be very open-minded. We should not be narrow-minded, because being in this movement, it's always a trial and error. It always teach you how to live your life, how to associate people. So this is a good platform. So being here also, if you are not taking that opportunities, or if you are not taking the maximum out of it, but you are still trying to stay as that old human being who are still doing the wrong things, I think you are not doing it right. Because we as leaders, what I always believe is, we always consider ourselves as leaders and role models and everything. If you are a person like that, or if you want to become a person like that, you have to be very open, and you have to be very genuine. And also you have to also, if anyone who wish to come here, what I want to say is also that this is a very nice platform with a lot of good people. And also there are things that you can learn from each and every individual. There might be good things that you will learn from myself, and there might be bad things that you will learn from myself as well. So even though you consider some person as a role model, you should make sure, just because that person is a role model, you should not take everything from that person. Because just because you're following that person doesn't mean you have to adapt all the wrongdoings of that person also. Because there are people who consider Hitler as a very inspiring leader. For some, he's sort of a negative character, but for some, he's a positive personality, right? So you should understand who you are associating and who you take as a role model. So this is a platform, this is an open platform. Without spending, much, you can learn a lot of things. You don't have to do projects to learn things from here. There's a lot of things that you can do to learn from here. So what I always believe is, be genuine, be open-minded, and always be straightforward in whatever you do. So for that, gender doesn't matter at all. And take the ownership, create yourself a brand, make yourself a brand. And also, most importantly, even though we call ourselves as leaders, as human beings, I believe we all should be healers. Because everyone out there going on with something, they have some sort of a problem. So if we are just doing for the sake of doing the community service, or whatever we do, just to take a photo and upload it on the Facebook or Instagram, that's not the right thing to do. Because this is something, as women also, we always call that women are very emotional, very sensitive. But most of the women now, they act as if, they don't have any sense, they don't have any emotions. You shouldn't be like that. So I think, we should be human beings who are healers to everyone. So this is a platform for you to, if you don't have that qualities, at least you can learn those things from here. So, so anyone who wants to join here, I would, warmly invite them, to come here and try all these things. It's a very beautiful place for you to learn a lot of things, and also grab a lot of things for you, and identify yourself. Because I was a person, I didn't know I could do these sort of things. I never knew that myself as an individual, I'm capable of doing these things. But I learned a lot of things, and I'm here now, and sharing all those experience with everyone. So nothing is impossible. Anything can be possible. It's just a um, uh, matter of your passion and your commitment that you give towards to that. So you can always balance your things. Some people, they are refusing to do just because you do Leo, you can't do your studies and everything. But no, I'm working now. So I'm a district president now. Now I have started my master's. I do everything, but I haven't clashed any of my work. I'm successfully doing everything, and I have so far, I have no complaints. So I hope to continue it like that as well. So what I tell everyone is the last thing is, you can balance everything. It's just the matter of priority also that you give to the things in your life. You have 24 hours, and so nothing is impossible. So I would like to invite anyone who wants to join, especially to the girls. I always would like to warmly invite anyone who is willing to come. I know I'm very much glad to support as well. The support that I never received also, I would like to give them because I know how tough it is. So it's very beautiful and it's wonderful. Anyone who wish to come, always welcome to join to this movement.
All right, Rafi. So thank you very much for giving us the time out of your busy schedule. With everything that's going on, you just made some time for us. Thank you so much. And I wish in whatever you plan, in whatever the plans you have for your future, I wish you all the very best. And I hope you have a wonderful, amazing journey ahead as well. So thank you. And that's the end of our very first episode of Break the Bias. And I am pretty sure all of you who are watching must have learned a lot and gained so much experiences out of our district president, Leo Mandakini Kariyawasam, and her journey is all about that. So yes, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.